if I can conquer that, you better believe I can conquer anything. Hi guys, it's Amanda with Eat, Pray, Crunch, and today I am going to do a pregnancy tag that I saw. I actually saw Angel from That Chick Angel TV. I don't know if you guys watch The Mom's View. I love The Mom's View, but she is one of the ladies on there and I love her. I have subscribed to her channel and I love her authenticity and her sense of humor. She's great. But she's actually like, I think she has the same due date I do, but she's pregnant with twin boys, and so she'll probably have her babies before I have mine. But anyway, I saw her do a pregnancy tag video last week, and I'm not sure, I don't think she's the originator of it. I'm not sure who is. It didn't say on her video. So anyway, whoever created it, thank you. But yeah, I thought it was just a fun tag and I really enjoyed watching her video. I'll link that down below. And I also tagged Melissa with Grace and Beauty 1, Pregnant and Paleo, and Jalen Mama, and Amanda with the yellow front door. I would love to see your guys' response to this as well, since I know you guys are pretty close in your pregnancies to where I am in my pregnancy as well. So I'd love to see your guys' answers. So bear with me, it's a bit of a long one. There are 33 questions, but I'll try to just bam, 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 get through them quick. Let's get started. Pregnancy tag questions. What day did you find out you were pregnant? I don't know if I could tell you the exact date, but it was in June of this last summer. It may have actually even been closer to the beginning of July when I actually found out. End of June, early July. Anyway, but if you haven't seen my very first pregnancy vlog for my current pregnancy, check that out because I talked about all of that. How did you feel when you found out? I was ecstatic because we really were ready to have baby number 2, and we had had 2 previous miscarriages. You know, I did have a little trepidation since I did have 2 previous miscarriages, but anyway, watch that video of my very first vlog below and you'll know why I actually felt pretty hopeful this time and why I was pretty darn excited. Who was with you when you found out? I took the pregnancy test by myself early in the morning, but then I woke Bill up and told him that morning. So he was with me, and then Alex was there, told him, not like he was gonna tell anybody. Who was the first person you told? Husband, obviously. How did your parents react? They were also thrilled. We're basically their only hope for grandchildren, so they were super excited to find out that they were gonna get another one. How did his parents react? Same way. They were definitely excited. Are they helping you with baby names? No. That is one decision that is between Bill and I, and we are making that one on our own. Have you bought anything for the baby yet? Why, yes, I have. But it's not that much since we intentionally bought gender neutral everything when we had Alex. Even though we knew he was a boy, we knew we wanted to have a second child, and so we wanted to have gender neutral in case she was a girl this time, and she was. So we basically don't have to get much more baby gear this time, which is great. But I have bought a few things for her. I did have that little green dress that I made it one impulse buy on. I think I showed you a few vlogs back. And we bought a new car. I have a whole review on the Mazda 5 that we got. Other than that, those are like the only things that we have gotten her. Gotten because of her, you know? So, but everything else, I actually am gonna have a small little intimate shower with some close family and friends in February, and hopefully I'll be getting the rest of this stuff then, like double stroller, just like girl clothes, that kind of thing. Oh, but that reminds me, I have gotten like 2 or 3 bags of hand-me-down girl clothes, which has been awesome. So I have gotten those for her as well. Or wait a second, I just realized that meant that they were asking, have the grandparents bought anything, not have we bought anything. Oh well, actually I threw extra information in there. The only thing that the grandparents have gotten was Bill's dad and stepmom went to Germany, and they came back with like this little wooden, like German-made rattle for her, and it was really cute. Like it was a little elephant. I loved it. But that's it so far. But I know they will be getting her stuff, you know, once our shower rolls around. Do they call to check on you? Yes, all the time. I mean, I see them on a regular basis anyway, and they're always asking how I'm doing, so yes. When is your due date? March 14th, which is actually 2 days after Alex's due date, which was March 12th, even though he came on the 8th. But it's kind of crazy that their due dates are just 2 days apart. Like I've said before, we hope that they have their own birthday for their own sake. How far along are you? As of today, 30 weeks. Have you had any ultrasounds? Yes, if you have been following my pregnancy series, you'll know that I have had 3 and I am having another one this week because I had a subchorionic hematoma or hemorrhage early in my pregnancy, and they were monitoring that all the way along. Are you finding out the sex or waiting until birth? Obviously, you guys found out that we found out the sex and it's a girl. What do you want? I've talked about that before. Considering our infertility history, like I was truly okay with having either, but I have always wanted to have a little girl too. And so I was beyond thrilled when we found out that she was a little girl and that we're gonna get one of each. What does daddy want? Same, he would have been truly happy either way. Have you had your big ultrasound yet? I think they mean the anatomy scan. Maybe I'm doing this tag a little bit late for these questions, but oh well. But yes, obviously we had our big anatomy scan way back at 20 weeks. So about the birth, who is going to be with you? For sure it's going to be Bill, obviously, and my mom. She was also there for Alex's birth. And, you know, there's the possibility of maybe having a doula or a birth photographer or a friend. We're still getting that all figured out. Are you going to videotape it? I would like to, yes. I'm not sure if I will put any of that footage. Granted, it would be censored if I did. I'm not sure if I will put that on YouTube or not because it's a pretty personal thing. I may put parts of it that are a little less intimate, you know, just like going through contractions, that kind of thing, and after she's here. I haven't decided yet whether I will put the actual delivery up or not. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it, but I will definitely videotape it. Videotaped Alex's birth, and I just really like having that documented. Just going back to look at that and just seeing the miracle that it was. And also just going back to look at it and realizing, just as a reminder of like how strong I am. Like, I definitely realized in my birth before, I'm a lot stronger than I thought I was. And when I need that reminder in my life, I will occasionally go back and watch my birth video like, oh yeah, if I can conquer that, you better believe I can conquer anything. Natural or medicated? The goal, obviously, is going to be going natural. I'm going with a midwife in a birth center, so that's the goal. I will admit that with my first labor, it was a 35-hour labor, and it was, I had a few, complications that were well managed that did cause me to have even more pain than I might not have had otherwise. So I do have some trepidation about it this time, I'm not gonna lie. But I am also comforted by the fact that almost always second labors are shorter than first labors, significantly shorter. And the fact that the first one has already blazed the trail, so to speak, so it's not quite so much stretching that needs to happen. So I'm just consoling myself that it will be, it's still going to be hard, but that it will be maybe not quite so long and intense as it was last time. But we shall see. The goal is to go natural, though. I have given myself permission, though, that if, I get to, say, the 24-hour mark and I am completely exhausted and not progressing because of my exhaustion, I will give myself the permission to go transfer to the hospital and get an epidural. Because I have known a number of moms who have been in that case, and when they got the epidural after that much time, it actually helped them relax to do the rest of the progressing that they needed to do. So I am allowing myself that option this time. But hopefully it will be much faster and it won't be necessary. Do you think you will need a C-section? Hopefully not. I have done pretty extensive reading on what a true medical reason is for C-sections, and that would be for reasons like if you have a prolapsed cord, because that is a true medical emergency, or, you know, if you have like preeclampsia or like a ruptured placenta, you know, some like truly medical emergencies, like where they need to get the baby out for you and the baby to survive, then I will be just fine with having a C-section for any of those reasons. But I will try to avoid, you know, being steamrolled into having a C-section for not a very good reason. Even if baby is breech, you can check out my week 30 pregnancy update. I talk a lot more in depth about this, but even if baby is breech, I would even still consider doing a vaginal birth, because there is an OB in the area who will do vaginal breech births. It actually is how they used to do it most of the time, but it's only within the last 10 years that they've really become C-section happy about breech births. But it really can be done safely if it's done by a skilled professional and done right. So if that's an issue for me, that is definitely an option that I am exploring. So anyway, hopefully there won't be a C-section, but I am at peace with having one if it's truly needed. Will you cry when you hold your baby for the first time? Almost guaranteed. When I pulled Alex up onto my belly, it was just this, oh my gosh. Those of you mamas who have been in that situation before, you know what it's like. I burst into tears, Bill burst into tears, my mom burst into tears. It was just one of the most incredible moments of my life. And I know that it's gonna happen again. Do you think Daddy will cry? Yeah, I'd say it's pretty likely again. Do you know what you will say to the baby when you first hold him or her? You know what? I don't even know. I will just leave that up to whatever comes out of me in that moment. I think the first thing that I said though when Alex was born was I looked at him and I said, "He is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen." And that was the first thing I said. It's gonna make me get all teary just thinking about it again. Anyway, but you know, who knows what I'm going to say this time. Are you scared about labor? I already touched on that one. I am having some trepidation, yes. But I also feel that, you know, the fact that I was able to get through a 35-hour labor unmedicated, if I could get through that, I really do feel like I can do this again. So even though I am having some worry and trepidation, I also have confidence in myself. Do you have a name picked out? We have a very short list of names. We are still trying to narrow it down. Bill has to go through his methodical engineer process of like reading every name in the book and, you know, making sure that he has left no stone left unturned, you know. But we definitely have a short list. There are, you know, a handful that we both really like. There's actually one top contender, but it hasn't been decided for sure yet. So hopefully that will be decided before she arrives. Is your baby going to be named after someone? Middle name, yes. Middle name, we have kind of started a tradition of doing family names for middle names. Alex's middle name is my dad's name, and this middle name is going to be a name that's on Bill's side of the family. But I'm not going to tell you what the name is until she arrives. Okay, other random questions. Where was your baby conceived? In bed. Yeah, pretty sure she was conceived at home. Have you felt the baby move? Yes, I've talked about that quite a bit in my pregnancy updates as well. Do you have stretch marks yet? I actually have not gotten any new stretch marks this pregnancy, which is awesome. I never got stretch marks on my belly with my first pregnancy, and I haven't gotten any with this one, knock on wood. Granted, I think it's a genetic thing. My mom didn't get any, but I also really believe that it has to do a lot with diet as well. I'm really conscious about eating a lot of really healthy fats, butter, coconut oil, you know, natural animal foods, that kind of thing. And I think that that really helps keep the tissues well hydrated, you know, from the inside out. And also just for good measure, I'm putting coconut oil on my belly every time after I shower as well. I do have, you know, the remains of stretch marks on like my boobs and my hips a little bit from the last time I was pregnant, but I haven't seen any new obvious ones, so that's nice. What was your first symptom? You may have to look back at that first pregnancy vlog because I'm not sure if I remember now. Oh, I remember. I actually was sick to my stomach, and that's actually what prompted me to take a pregnancy test, but that ended up actually not actually being a pregnancy symptom. It was because I had had food poisoning or something. But that was my first symptom. And then I think I also just got like the extreme fatigue and like the cramping, that kind of thing. Anyway, but check out that video, that first pregnancy vlog video below. There's a lot more detail on that. What is the baby's room theme? Well, since we're reusing all of Alex's gender neutral stuff, we had kind of a greenish theme going on, like a green jungle theme with him. So we're just reusing all of that stuff because I'm not going to spend the money on a whole new nursery. And I just loved the green theme. Green is my favorite color. And I just loved all the little like jungle creatures and animals and stuff. I thought it was really cute. And we still have all that stuff, so we're just going to reuse it all. What was the first thing you bought for the baby? Like I said before, that little green dress. I'm not a big fan of pink girl clothes, and pink girl clothes are everywhere, but I'm a fan of like girly clothes that aren't pink, and so I got this little like kind of turquoise greenish little dress with these little white and gray leggings. So cute. I think that was the first thing I bought for her. Will you use cloth diapers? Yes, I will. And I am, in fact, long-term goal of mine is to do a series on cloth diapering because I am very passionate about it. Main reason being, well, two main reasons. One, environmental. I just can't bring myself to put 5,000 diapers per child into the landfill. And reason two is cost. As you know, Bill and I call each other cheap and cheaper. We like to keep things as affordable and within budget as possible and live within our means on one income, on Bill's income. So cloth diapering is a big part of that for us. Granted, I'm not like completely opposed to using disposables. We do use them. There are times like, when I'm in a hurry and I'm going out of the house, I'll put Alex in a disposable diaper. Or like the time when I was on bed rest, since it had basically been my responsibility to do all of the cloth diapering, laundering, and all of that, and I was on bed rest, that went out the window for almost 2 months. So he was in disposables during that time. And any time that I'm sick, like this last week, I had the stomach flu, and when Bill was in charge, he was in disposables during that time as well. Or when we travel, we use disposables. So it's not like we're completely opposed to ever using disposables. There is a time and place for them. But the vast majority of the time we do try to do cloth. Breastfeeding or formula, definitely going to breastfeed. I did so successfully with Alex, and I will do everything humanly possible to make it successful again this time. I know that there are occasionally reasons that it really does become difficult, and occasionally, women really have true supply issues, and even after trying everything. And if that happens to me this time, it happens. But I really do think breast is best. I'm pretty passionate about that. So I will do everything in my power to make sure that that is successful. After trying everything, if it still doesn't work, then I will at least be at peace knowing that I tried, But I'm feeling pretty darn hopeful because it went really well with Alex. And so I'm hoping that it will with this little girl as well. What is your favorite pregnancy book? That's a tough one. Honestly, with the second pregnancy, I have not been reading any pregnancy books. Most I've been reading is like the Baby Center app when they send you the weekly update of what's going on with baby this week. I've been reading that, but from last time, I did read What to Expect When You're Expecting, but I do find that book is a good book to make you worry a lot. They have a lot of rigid, everything should be like this, and this, and it makes you feel guilty if you're not within those rigid guidelines, But I also read the, what is it, Pregnancy, Childbirth, and the Newborn. That one was a good one as a reference book. I referenced that a lot. And also one called I'm Pregnant, which has a lot of really good visuals, kind of really cool pictures and diagrams and that kind of thing. I've actually looked at that one a few times in this pregnancy as well. What do you look forward to doing again once you are no longer pregnant? Oh, there are a number of things. Probably the biggest thing is sleeping comfortably again. Honestly, like I'm a belly sleeper. I miss sleeping on my stomach and I miss sleeping on my back. You know, obviously at this point I can't sleep on my back because the whole, you know, making you dizzy thing. And my back aches so much and sometimes I just want to lie on my back for like an hour and can't do it. Really looking forward to being able to do that again. Also really looking forward to being able to exercise again, a little more comfortably. I do have some exercise goals once I am done being pregnant. Just, I mean, nothing crazy, but just really, you know, continuing to walk a lot more again, bringing the kids with me, baby wearing, which I probably will do a lot more this time since I'll be taking care of a toddler as well. But anyway, those are the things I'm looking forward to again. Oh, and I'm looking forward to drinking beer again. I'm not even like that big of an alcohol person, but like, you know, usually on the weekends, Bill and I would like each have a beer like on Friday night with our dinner, you know, and like I miss that, or having just a glass of wine with dinner now and then. Yeah, looking forward to that again. Is hubby ready to be a daddy? Well, obviously he already is a daddy, but I think he's looking forward to being a daddy all over again too. I actually asked him about that and he said yes. You know, he has his worries about, oh, how are we going to manage taking care of two now? You know, we can't just put all of our effort into Alex now. We have to split our attention. But I think he's also really looking forward to it as well. Are you ready to be a mommy? Well, same thing. I am already a mommy and I love being mom. And I am so looking forward to being a mommy of two now. And I know our lives are so totally going to change now. You know, being a mom of two is going to be so different than being a mom of one. But you know what? I am up for the challenge. I am looking forward to it. I really feel like being a mom is my calling in life. So yes, I am definitely looking forward to doing this again. So that's it for the pregnancy tag, and Grayson Beauty, Pregnant and Paleo, Jalen Mama, and Yellow Front Door. I would love to see your guys' responses to these questions as well. And anybody else, if you guys have a channel and you are pregnant, I would love to see your answers. Be sure to link your video down below in the comments and I would love to watch it. So that's it for the pregnancy tag. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the thumbs up button. If you're new to my channel, also don't forget to subscribe down below and we'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.